What's up everybody, Tommy Har with The Real Side of Real Estate, and I'm standing in front of one of my houses that I'm flipping with none of my own cash. And in this video, you're gonna learn how to exactly do the same thing. Some of the numbers that go into it, how to actually raise the capital, some of the documents that go into it, and what the end product looks like, and how you can change your life monetarily, flipping houses like this with none of your own cash. Let's get it. All right, so as we walk inside, just pulled up, haven't been inside in probably a month or so, but we have put a lot of work in this. This house was fully gutted, all the way down to the studs. There was no slab in the basement floor. As we walk inside, I'll show you a quick video of the house before and where it's at now. Electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and didn't pass any of them. Replace windows, finishes, furnace, water heater, plumbing fixtures, and electrical fixtures. So we gotta look and see, or call in and see if there's any active permits, and if not, we can try and do it without them. But I'm assuming this is probably gonna have to be permitted.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
Yeah, it's a cute little house.
Already got all new windows, or are we missing
I think
a couple?
most of them are all here.
I got that one too.
So for this, but instead of having to, so now it's like, okay, it's already open, let's finish it.
Yeah, French drain and...
Yeah, I mean, it's already open, let's just French drain it. Beam maybe a couple of these walls while it's open. Because really the expensive part of doing those beams and a drain is excavation.
Yeah.
And it's already done.
Yeah.
But add a bathroom right here. So glaze this window. Do like a, you don't want to do an exterior wall. So maybe frame it in here. Maybe like a 48-inch pan. What is that, the wall to wall?
40 or 48 inches.
All right, so cool. 48-inch pan. Oh, so that's width. So let's do like a 48 here, and then the shower head comes here. But we got our concrete set. We've got our new cedar posts here. We got the brick. It looks really, really nice. We saw fitted this out. This house looks super, super clean. We'll get inside and I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like. But this is all about how do you use other people's cash? How do you prove the concept? How do you secure the lender's money? All of these things that people are scared about, where at the end of the day, if you find a really good deal, the deal's gonna do the talking, right? And you just gotta have the knowledge. So if you're a hustler watching this video, if you are a good learner, you can flip houses and you don't have to use your own cash. So coming inside, the first thing we see is my floors are papered. They're always covered in paper, no matter what, every single time. We've got our permit on the window. Like I said, this house is down to the studs. What I mean by down to the studs was there was no walls. It was all the way down to the 2x4 framing. We got our permit here. So we're in Worthington, Ohio. If anybody who was watching this is from Ohio. And when you're flipping houses, you want to think about, how do I add value to this house? Add value, add value, add value. We bought this house for $220,000 off market. That's a whole nother conversation, but we bought it off market. There wasn't a for sale sign in the yard. We are about $125,000 into the rehab as of today. We're gonna sell this house. We're gonna put it on the market next week for $440,000. So at the end of the day, if we do this project right, now we're gonna have fees, which I'm gonna talk about this, all about the money costs. We're gonna have realtor fees on the back end, which is gonna cut off a lot of our money on it, but we're probably gonna make 40 to 50 grand on this flip. Once again, I didn't use my own money. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So we bought it, it was gutted. Somebody had started it. I think the guy passed away. And his family inherited the house, and they were like, well, what do I do with this house? This house is gutted. I don't even live here. I don't know how to fix a house up. They don't watch videos like this. So those are the opportunities for you to come and buy. So we got our beautiful, I've not seen this house, it looks amazing. He had windows on site, so we got these cool gridded windows. We got our first floor bedroom. I don't think we refinished hardwood here. No, we just laid LVP. So we got LVP, luxury vinyl plank. We've got our first floor bathroom here. So we got, this is gonna be our upgraded, package for finishes. Nice creaky door. So we got our vanity, our toilet. Technically, these floors should be papered tile. It's really hard to get these brown streaks and mud out of your grout. So this is something like I'm gonna text my guys and say this is not acceptable. Like, why are you pulling this stuff up? There's no reason to pull it up. Bedroom 2, I ain't gonna go in there, there's nothing really to that. And then kitchen. So we bought these cabinets and we tried something new on these. So let me know in the comments, do you like these? So these are like, usually our shaker style cabinets are out to here. These are like Euro style shaker cabinets. So we got soft close, we got the little knobs on them. We got the brown to the white. We got our quartz countertops, our nice backsplash. Let me know what you guys think. We put a crown molding on this one too. So we elevated this look a little bit. We gave it a little bit of flair. We got the taller cabinets. I think it looks nice. I don't know why my guys aren't working here right now, but it is what it is. Beyond that, and then I'll get into the nuts and bolts of what it looks like to raise the money, what the numbers look like, and how to sell somebody on lending their money to you. So down here, if you watched that video before, there wasn't even a slab in this basement. We poured a drain, not poured a drain, we set a drain, we poured concrete, we put beams behind these walls. So behind these walls, we've got beams. So they're set in behind here, so it holds the walls in place. We're gonna carpet this entire basement. So we added another, I don't know, 600 square foot in this basement of finished space. On top of that, we have a full new bathroom down here in this space as well. So we have our vanity, our shower with the same finishes, tile, toilet. We're gonna set a comp over here. This is now a 3-bed, 3 full bath. It was a 3-bed, 1 bath before. And we're gonna sell it for $400. The other comp sold back around election time for $429.9. I think we're gonna get $10,000 more because we added another bathroom. Yep, we'll show that real quick. The garage is done. So guys, don't skimp out on your rehabs. This is our garage. Look at the drywall in our garage. It's perfect. Perfect drywall. There's a little hole in the ceiling we gotta fix. Attic access. Drywall's nice. You gotta think of the little things when you're rehabbing houses. You gotta do the little things right. Alrighty. And then lastly, it's a smaller house, but we packed it with value. We're gonna carpet these stairs. It's almost done. We got our trim work done. And then up here, we have our master bedroom up in the attic, which is called a Cape Cod. So you got a big finished space. If you watched the video before, you know what it looked like. And then we added a full bathroom right here. So framed it out, had the vision, full shower right here. Looks amazing, right? Like this is our upgraded package for this for our flip. So this is a nicer tile, floors on the walls, all that stuff. So like I said, bought this house for $220,000. I didn't use my own cash. What I did was I went to a private money lender. A private money lender is somebody in your family. It could be a friend you know, it could be a colleague at work, somebody that may have money. Now, this money can come from a bunch of different places. It can come from their savings account. It can come from a stock account. It can come from a home equity line of credit. It can come from a cash value life insurance policy. It can come from a self-directed IRA in 401k. These are all places that you can pull from and get money from people. So this person, I've actually got 2 people on this deal. One did the purchase, one did the rehab. It's a little more risky. So the person that lent me the 220 is in first position, meaning if I go belly up bankrupt and the house is only worth 200 at the end of the day, they get 200 and the person that lent me 120 doesn't get it. So there are risks to these things. You have to make sure you convey those, but you can raise money from 5 different people if you want, as long as they know the risk that goes into these. So they lent their money, $220,000. It came from a self-directed IRA. So their 401k, not self-directed, it came from a self-directed 401k. So they worked at a job, they left the job, and they wanted to tap into that money. So they rolled that into a self-directed account and they lent me the money. So they're lending me that money at 12%. So 220 here, just to give you guys some numbers. And we bought this probably, what do you think we bought this, Rob? 6 months, 5 months ago?
I'd say 5.
5 months ago. So 220,000 plus 125,000 equals 345,000. Let me put my phone on focus. $345,000. Actually, we got another probably 15 grand we're gonna do on this, so 15,000. So we're all in 360, and this is what the lending I got on this property. Remember, we're gonna sell this house for 440. So that's in what, an 80 grand delta there? So an 80 grand delta times 0.12, that, and everything in private money is written on a year-long note. So it's very easy to do the math. You take the total, so what was it, 360,000 times 0.12, 12%, that's gonna get you your yearly interest. So if I held this property for a year, I'm gonna pay this lender $43,200. Divided by 12 is $3,600 a month. So I'm 5 months in, I'm about to list it in 2 weeks. So let's say it takes another 2 months to do this. So let's times that by 7. I'm gonna pay this lender to use their money $25,200 just to use their cash. So if you're somebody watching this and you're like, well, I have money, but I don't wanna do what Tom does. I don't wanna be in the lend money. It's an easy way to make passive income. My lenders, the 2 people that lend this, never step foot in here. They never will. They just trust me, they collect a check. And I'll get into the security on this in a minute. But the cool thing about this is when I sell this thing for $440,000 times 0.945, that's 4.5% commissions to my realtor, 1% of closing costs. So 415 minus my 360, 55,000 minus 25,000. I am walking away at the end of this day, at the end of the day on this house right here, making right around $30,000. Now, is $30,000 enough for the amount of money that we deployed? Maybe not, but it's still money that I created using other people's money, right? I didn't use any of my cash. So I've got 20 to 25 of these going on it right now. Some may be losers. I'm gonna lose money on a couple, but some, we've got other ones that are gonna make 100 grand plus. Most of them are gonna make anywhere from 20 to 30 to 35. So this is how you build a lifestyle that you want. This is how you can scale a business and not just do one at a time and be constrained by your own capital. So you got to think outside the box. You got to make relationships. You got to talk to people. So that leads me into another point of why would somebody lend to you? Why would somebody lend to Tommy Har and not to not go put it in the stock market? Well, there's reasons, right? So number one is you get a lien position. You get to, there's a reason a bank does what a bank does, and that's the reason why they exist. If I go get a mortgage from Chase today, I'm gonna put 20% down and they have a note and mortgage on that house, meaning they have the house as collateral. If I don't pay them back, they take that. If I don't pay them, they take the house back. It's the same thing with a private money lender. For those 2 people that lent on this deal, they both get a note and mortgage. If you don't pay your home equity line of credit, if you pull a second mortgage on it or something, they're gonna take it back. They're gonna put a lien on your house and they're gonna come foreclose on you. Same thing with private money lenders, they act as the bank. So number one is they have security. If you go bankrupt, like if the stock market, if Apple loses a bunch of money, can you go knock on Tim Cook's door and say, hey, you lost me a bunch of money, I want it back? You can't do it. It's impossible. So you get a lien position on the house, and then number 2 is you're gonna sign these notes and mortgages personally. So let's say, I always give this example, if I go belly up bankrupt, or if I don't pay you back for this house, let's say the house is only worth $200,000 and you lent $220. You're gonna get your $200, but you can also come after my personal assets as well. So you're really putting your money where your mouth is in these. And then on top of that, you can actually underwrite deals. I'm assuming you watching this video, you know, somebody in your world knows how to underwrite a real estate deal. You know a real estate agent, you may know a flipper. You can run it by them, or your lender can run it by somebody and say, am I an idiot for lending on this? So it's more tangible, but if you go with it to a penny stock, they're not gonna know. I mean, nobody knows how to underwrite that shit. And then lastly, the returns are amazing. Like, where else can you go and get a predictable 10 to 12% return on your investment, backed by an asset, backed by a guarantee, a personal guarantee? There's not a lot of places. So at the end of the day, that's why raising money is amazing for both parties. It's a win-win for everybody. I've made my private money lenders, in the last 2 years, I would venture to say about probably almost close to $1 million. just from using their money, rinse and repeating. They love me because they don't have to worry. Now, I'm sure there's some worry. I mean, there's risk involved. Like, is Tom going to make it? Is he not? Like, the operator is the risk. But at the end of the day, the return is worth the risk, and the lien position is worth the risk. So if they understand real estate, they're just going to take back a discounted asset. So those are the reasons why you should learn how to raise capital. So where would you go if you wanted to raise money? And I tell people, I speak across the country, I tell people this all the time. If you're watching this video and you consider yourself a real estate investor, or you want to be, do other people know that? Do people in your life know that you want to be a real estate investor? Post a story of you watching this and say, learning how to raise private money. If you guys want to learn how to put your money to work and lend on my real estate deal, shoot me a DM. Closed mouths don't get fed. So your sphere of influence is your first. Facebook, your relatives. Talk about real estate everywhere you go. Go to car shows. Go to your nicest steakhouse in your area. Dress nicely. Put on your best watch. Go sit at the bar. Talk to people. Like, business is done, especially in real estate, people to people. AI thinks it's coming in. AI is not going to lend you money. You're like, I almost can guarantee somebody. I was on a webinar last night that I hosted. I had 4 or 5 people after hit me up and say, dude, I don't know if this investing thing's for me, but I would like to run private money. So it's out there. Your colleagues. Once I learned about the 401k stuff I talked to you about, the self-directed IRAs and 401ks, it unlocked a whole nother, it's all about exposure. I was now exposed to a new idea that I was never taught, and it changed my life. And that's how I raise a ton of my money now. So hopefully you guys like these videos, like these videos, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about my flips too. Let me show you guys around the rest of the house. So we'll make about, I don't know, 25, 30 grand on this, maybe more, maybe a little less. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing for me is I'm proud of the product we're putting out. Like that, the drywall in this house is all new, it's perfect. The floors are covered. My material is not being wasted. My kitchen looks nice. Like a nice family, because if you read any of my comments on my Instagram or even some of my YouTube, you would think I'm the devil by some of the things I'm doing. I just took the house that was gutted and I put 130 grand into it. I put all this capital into it for a nice family to move in, for all of these neighbors to have a new person in their neighborhood rather than a vacant house that squatters could move into, right? So
you solved the problem from the seller.
Yeah, and we solved a problem for the seller. Like they were mourning a loss of somebody, and we helped them out. Like these are win-wins. Like, a real estate investor is really necessary in every single market. So if you're trying to do this and you listen to the haters, that's just how it's going to be. Don't listen to those people are not doing shit in their life, by the way. Like, that's just something that I've learned. Let them talk. It's raining, but we'll kind of figure it out. But like, we're pouring new concrete at our places. We'll seal coat this driveway, make it really nice. Brand new garage door. Siding is pressure washed already. I think we got some new siding out here too. We do. We're finishing up some last little pieces. But look at this, you got a nice backyard. You got a beautiful deck. You got a nice back sliding door, brand new roof. I mean, this house literally has everything brand new in it. So somebody's gonna buy this, they're not gonna have to fix anything or upgrade it for 15 years. I mean, that's a great service you're giving to somebody. So like I said, it's raining. We'll get out of the rain. This is the real side of real estate. If you guys like this, if you guys like these videos, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, show me some love. We're almost to 6,000 subscribers, and I don't know, by the end of this year, next year, hoping to get to that 100,000 mark. Let's get it.